ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विशेषे भवरोगिणां विदये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। You can repeat after me. वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रम्
वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रम्
नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम्
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय
मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय
तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते
तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते
साधनचतुष्टयसम्पन्नाधिकारिणाम्
साधनचतुष्टयसम्पन्नाधिकारिणां
मोक्षसाधनभूतम्
मोक्षसाधनभूतम्
तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारम्
तत्त्वविवेकप्रकारम् वक्ष्यामः।
साधनचतुष्टयं किम्
साधनचतुष्टयं किम्
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः
इह मुत्रार्थफलभोगविरागः
इहामुद्रार्थफलभोगविरागः
इहामुत्रार्थफलभोगविरागः
इहामुद्रार्थफलभोगविरागः
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
मुमुक्षुत्वं चेति
नित्यानित्यवस्तु विवेकः कः
नित्यानित्यवस्तु विवेकः कः
नित्यवस्तु एकं ब्रह्म
नित्यवस्तु एकं ब्रह्म
तद्व्यतिरिक्तं सर्वम् अनित्यम्
तद्व्यतिरिक्तं सर्वम् अनित्यम्
अयम् एव नित्यानित्यवस्तु विवेकः
अयम् एव नित्यानित्यवस्तु विवेकः
विरागः कः
विरागः कः
इह स्वर्गभोगेषु इच्छाराहित्यम्
इह स्वर्गभोगेषु इच्छाराहित्यम्
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः का
शमादिषट्कसम्पत्तिः का
शमः दमः उपरमः
शमः दमः उपरमः
तितिक्षा श्रद्धा समाधानं च इति
श्रद्धा समाधानं च इति
तितिक्षा श्रद्धा समाधानं च इति
तितिक्षा श्रद्धा समाधानं च इति
शमः कः
शमः कः
मनोनिग्रहः
मनोनिग्रहः
दमः कः
दमः कः
चक्षुरादि इन्द्रियनिग्रहः
चक्षुरादीन्द्रियनिग्रहः
उपरमः कः
उपरमः कः
स्वधर्मानुष्ठानम् एव
स्वधर्मानुष्ठानम् एव
तितिक्षा का
तितिक्षा का
शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखादि सहिष्णुत्वम्
शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखादि सहिष्णुत्वम्
श्रद्धा कीदृशी
श्रद्धा कीदृशी
गुरुवेदान्तवाक्येषु विश्वासः श्रद्धा
गुरुवेदान्तवाक्यादिषु विश्वासः श्रद्धा
समाधानं किम्
समाधानं किम्
चित्तैकाग्रता
चित्तैकाग्रता
एतत् साधनचतुष्टयम्
साधनचतुष्टयम्
ततः sorry
You need to say mumukshutvam kim.
didn't I say that? Oh
No,
okay.
we missed it.
मुमुक्षुत्वं किम्
Mumukshutvam kim.
मोक्षो मे भूयात् इति इच्छा Yeah, the mumukshutvam I think I forgot to include in the PowerPoint. Okay. एतत् साधनचतुष्टयम्
एतत् साधनचतुष्टयम्
ततः तत्त्वविवेकस्य अधिकारिणः भवन्ति
ततः तत्त्वविवेकस्य अधिकारिणः भवन्ति
तत्त्वविवेकः कः
तत्त्वविवेकः कः
आत्मा सत्यः तदन्यत् सर्वं मिथ्या इति
आत्मा सत्यः तदन्यत् सर्वं मिथ्या इति
कः
आत्मा कः
स्थूलसूक्ष्मकारणशरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः
स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः
पञ्चकोशातीतः सन्
पञ्चकोशातीतः सन्
अवस्थात्रय साक्षी
अवस्थात्रय साक्षी
सच्चिदानन्दरूपः सन्
सच्चिदानन्दरूपः सन्
यः तिष्ठति स आत्मा
यः तिष्ठति स आत्मा
Okay, now we can little while. We'll continue from this topic. Atma kaha. Atma kaha. This is the question which the student asks the teacher. Atma kaha. The student is asking Atma kaha. What is Atma? Who am I? From the question of the student, we can understand that the student very well knows that his body mind sense complex is not Atma. How do we know that the student knows that his body mind sense complex is not Atma? It's evident from the question itself. The student wants to know Atma, and at the same time, he also wants to know that if he is not this body, mind, sense complex, what are they? That is, what is Anatma? The student has mixed up both Atma and Anatma. Therefore, there is a confusion in the mind of the student. And this confusion, everyone of us has it. Therefore, by asking what is Atma, the student also expresses his doubt regarding Anatma. If the student is Atma, which the student doesn't know, and if he knows that his body, mind, sense complex is not Atma, then what are they? Therefore, the question of Atma brings up the question of Anatma also. So there are two questions in one question. Atma kaha, Anatma kaha. You understand? Atma kaha, Anatma kaha. So therefore there are two questions in a single question. An intelligent teacher, he understands the student's question and understands the student's doubt. Therefore, the teacher has a responsibility to answer for these two questions, Atma kaha and Anatma kaha. Because the student, in the mind of the student, there is a confusion that he has mixed up both Atma and Anatma. It is what samsara is. So therefore, the teacher now has a responsibility to answer the two questions. Atma kaha also he has to say, and Anatma kaha also he has to answer. If the teacher had not understood the question of the student, and if he wants to answer only for the question Atma kaha, then the reply should have been the last one, Sachidananda Rupaha. Sachidananda Rupaha Atma. That would be the answer. That would be a short definition of Atma. Atma kaha, Sachidananda Rupaha Atma. But here we see a long definition. Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Panchakoshatitaha San Vastatraya Sakshi Sachidananda Rupaha San Yakatishtati Saha Atma. In fact, this definition of Atma is the definition of Anatma also. Anatma kaha also it is there. For Atma kaha, the definition is Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha Panchakoshatitaha San Avastatraya Sakshi Sachidananda Rupaha San Yakatishtati Sa Atma. That is the answer. That is the definition of Atma. And for Anatma kaha, the definition would be the Shariratrayam, Panchakoshaha, Avastatrayam. These three owes its existence to Atma. And these three are Anatma. That is, Atmanam vina ye na tishtanti te sarve Anatma. Without Atma, that which doesn't have its existence, that is Anatma. The Shariratrayam, Panchakoshaha, Avastatrayam, they don't have independent existence. Independent of Atma, they don't exist. So therefore, Atmanam vina ye te na tishtanti. Tasmat te sarve Anatma. Anatma is Jadam. Atma is Chaitanya. So when we say Anatma is Jadam, Atma is Chaitanyam, it doesn't mean there are two things. It doesn't mean there are two things. Atma is there, Anatma is there. No, it is not like that. Anatma being Nitya, what is there is only Atma. You remember the examples of the wood and the table, gold and the ornaments. Jivaha, that is an individual. Jiva is that one who mistakes Anatma for Atma and Atma for Anatma. Therefore, the Jiva is in bondage, Bandhaha. If the Jiva understands that Jivatvam, that status of being a Jiva is Mithya, then the Jiva will become a Jnani. So now you understand the difference between the Jiva and Atma. We cannot say Atma is Atma, Jiva is Atma plus Anatma. That we cannot say. Because Anatma is not counted. Anatma being Nitya, it is not counted. It doesn't have any weightage. There is no wood plus table. There is no gold plus bangle. There is only wood. There is only gold. Table and ornaments, they are just the forms. The same way, here also, there is no Atma plus Anatma. There is only Atma. This is important to understand. Here, the author divides Anatma into several parts or several layers for our convenience of understanding. In Vedanta, I told you in the last class, we have many methods of analysis, inquiry. And the methods of analysis, inquiry are called prakriya. It's called prakriya. Sharira Traya Prakriya is one prakriya. It is an important prakriya, important method of inquiry. By this prakriya, we establish that Atma is distinct from all the three sharirams. Sharira Trayam is dividing the Anatma into threefold division of the body. Sharira Trayam. Kosha Panchaka Prakriya or Panchakosha Prakriya. It is another Prakriya. In that Prakriya, we divide the human personality into five-fold layers. Five-fold layers or five levels. Avastha Traya Prakriya is another Prakriya, another method of analysis, in which we divide the states of experience of the jiva into three. The author enumerates all this. Sharira Trayam, Kosha Panchakam, Avastha Trayam. Sharira Trayam means Stula, Sukshma, Karana, three are there. Sharira Trayam. Pancha Kosha means Pancha, five is there. Avastha Trayam 3 is there. So 3 plus 5 plus 3. There are 11 components are there. So the author enumerates all the 11 components, and later he will point out that Atma is different from all these 11 components. The Sharira Trayam is 3, Kosha Panchakam is 5, Avastha Trayam is 3. Therefore, how many are there? 3 plus 5 plus 3, 11 components are there. So the author will say, is going to establish now Atma is different from all these 11 components. By Sharira Traya Prakriya, the author will establish that all the three bodies, that is Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, all the three bodies, they borrow their existence from Atma, whereas Atma is independent of all the three Sharirams. This is what is defined in the definition as Stula Sukshma Karana Sharirat Vyatiriktaha. The word Vyatiriktaha is very important. The Vyatiriktaha means different or distinct. Different or distinct. Here the difference is not like the difference between a flower and a pot. It is not like the difference between two different things. This must be understood. The difference is only in terms of names and forms, only in terms of nama and rupa. It is like a pot is different from a plate. A plate is different from a bowl. Whether it is pot or plate or bowl, they are all made of clay. Only the nama and rupa are different. A pot is different from a plate. Only nama rupa. Both are made of clay. A plate is different from a bowl. Plate and bowl, they have different names and forms. Only those are different. But the substance is clay only. They are different. In what? They have different utilities. But essentially all are made of clay. That is what here the difference is. Vyatiriktaha means that is the difference. So here also the Vyatiriktaha should be understood in that way. The same way. If we say Jiva is the sum total of Stula Shariram, Karana Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram and Atma. That is, Jiva is equals to Stula Shariram plus Sukshma Shariram plus Karana Shariram plus Atma. Then all the three bodies being Mithya, the Sharira Trayam being Mithya, Jiva is nothing but Atma. It is just like saying a pot is equal to form plus clay. A pot is equal to form plus clay. Form doesn't count. Form doesn't have any weight. Therefore, a pot is nothing but clay. The same way, these three bodies, the Sharira Trayam doesn't count. So therefore, the essential Swarupa, the nature of Jiva is Atma. This is with reference to the three Shariram. All these things will be established later. Now, next, the author talks about the 5 layers of the human personality. Pancha Kosha Atitaha San. Here, the author he enumerates the 5 koshas, Pancha Koshaha. For our understanding, we will enumerate the 5 koshas. Here, the author doesn't enumerate the 5 kosha, he just mentions Pancha Koshaha, Pancha Kosha Atitaha, but we will list out those 5 kosha, Pancha Kosha. What are they? Annamaya Koshaha, number 1. Pranamaya Koshaha, number 2. Manomaya Koshaha, number 3. Vijnanamaya Koshaha, which is number 4. And Anandamaya Koshaha, number 5. So these are the Pancha Koshaha, which the author has not enumerated here. He will mention later, but we are enumerating now for our discussion. All these kosha, all these 5 kosha put together is called Kosha Panchakam or Pancha Koshaha, both are same, Kosha Panchakam or Pancha Koshaha. These layers of the human personality, they also belong to Anatma category only. And Atma is Atitaha, Pancha Kosha Atitaha. Atitaha means different from or transcending these 5 layers. Atitaha also means the same as Vyatiriktaha only. From the viewpoint of 5 koshas, the Sharira, the body is divided into 5 levels of experience, 5 layers of experience. The same 3 bodies, Sharira Trayam, from the kosha point of view, it is divided into 5 levels of experience. It is very interesting to note here the etymology of the word kosha. Remember, I told that we don't translate kosha as sheet. There is a defect in that translation, which we will see later. But we can understand why it is translated as sheet. It is because of its etymology. Koshavat achadakatvat koshaha. Koshavat, like a kosha, achadakatvat, like a kosha which covers, therefore it is called kosha. Kosha means covering. A cover or the scabbard is called kosha. The scabbard is that which covers the sword. A sword is put inside a scabbard. That is a cover. That is called koshaha. A sword is kept inside a scabbard. And this scabbard covers this sword. Therefore, anything which covers another thing is called kosha. Even the clothes, the dress, what we wear is kind of kosha only, because it covers our body. Similarly, the makeup or the decorations, that is also a kosha, it's a cover. So, when you keep a sword inside the kosha, the sword is covered. Okay. Now, can you keep the Atma inside the 5 koshas and cover the Atma? It is like a pot a clay pot covering the clay. It is like a clay pot covering the clay. To say that Atma is covered by the 5 kosha is like saying a clay pot covering the clay. Can a pot cover the clay? A clay pot is made of clay. A pot is nothing but a form given to clay. If that is so, can a pot cover the clay? Can a table cover the wood? Can a chain cover the gold? The same way, how can Atma be covered by these 5 koshas? That is why kosha is not a stubborn like covering. Kosha is not a stubborn like covering. The 5 coverings, koshas are also mithya. They don't count. What is counted is only Atma. So now do you understand why we don't translate it as a cover or a sheet? Because it leads us to the thinking that Atma is covered by Anatma. And therefore we have to do a lot of sadhana to uncover Atma. There is really speaking no removal of cover of Atma to find out the Atma. There is only discovery of Atma which is present in all the experiences, and in fact in the presence of Atma only all the experiences are possible. Therefore, by translating kosha as a cover or a sheet, we are giving a reality to an Atma. We are giving a reality to an Atma, and therefore we should be careful when translating the Sanskrit words. That is why we don't translate the kosha as a covering or a sheet. We will keep the word kosha as kosha only. As long as we understand it properly, kosha is fine. So we will retain the word kosha. Okay. Here, the Stula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, and the Karana Shariram, the 3 Shariram, Shariratrayam, by Kosha Panchaka Prakriya, they are divided into 5 koshas. The 3 bodies are divided into 5 kosha by this Kosha Panchaka Prakriya, by this method of analysis. Every individual has these 5 levels, 5 layers of experience. And at each level, there is a mistake which is uniformly committed by the individual. Like we commit in the 3 bodies, Shariratraya. Atma being Satyam, it is not covered by anything. Atma cannot be covered by anything. If Atma is limitless, if it is infinite, how can you cover it? Atma, the consciousness, cannot be covered. But we mistake the I for the physical body. Because we commit the mistake of physical body for the Atma, then the body becomes as though a cover. You understand? Because we commit the mistake of identifying Atma with the physical body, therefore the body becomes as though a cover, a kosha. It is a mistake to think that Atma is somewhere underneath the cover, which is Atma is underneath, which is covered by these 5 layers of kosha, and we have to remove one by one to see the Atma. As though Atma, like us, it has a overcoat, a jacket, and a shirt, and inside the shirt has a t-shirt. When you remove everything, finally you come to the person. It is not so. It is not like that. All the 5 layers of this experience are as though cover, as though kosha. Physical body is called Annamaya Koshaha. Physical body is called Annamaya Koshaha. Annamaya Koshaha means, Anna means we know, Anna is food. Anna is food. So physical body is not food. Physical body is a modification of Anna, modification of food. It is food modified. If Annamaya Kosha is just food, then what will happen? then whatever you ate in the morning for breakfast, all the idli vada will be hanging. You can see that all over your body. If Annamaya Kosha is just food, it is not. It is food modified. The food is converted into blood and bones and skin, and it covers the body. Therefore, it is modification of food. Anna Vikaraha. Annamaya Kosha is Anna Vikaraha. You see the suffix Maya. Maya suffix is there. In Annamaya, the Maya suffix is there. Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, in all the Pancha Kosha, in all the names of the Pancha Kosha, you find the Maya, the suffix is there. In Sanskrit, we have a Pratyaya suffix called Mayat. Mayat Pratyaya. That we will see in our class, Sanskrit class later. But I tell you this about this Pratyaya, Mayat Pratyaya. This Mayat Pratyaya, it is used in the sense of Vikara or Prachurya. That Mayat Pratyaya is used in the sense of Vikara or Prachurya. Vikararte Mayat, that is number one. Second thing is Prachuryarte Mayat. In these two senses, this suffix can be used. Vikara is modification. Vikara means modification. Prachurya means abundance, plenty. Prachurya means abundance or plenty. Here, the suffix Mayat with the words Anna, Prana, Vijnana, Ananda, it is used in the sense of Vikara. Vikararte Mayat. In the names of the Panchakosha, the Mayat Pratyaya is used in the sense of Vikara. Vikararte Mayat. I will explain that. Suppose if you go to the Ganga Sagar, you know Ganga Sagar, you will find the river Ganga merging with the sea. From one end of the shore, you cannot see the other end of the Ganga. The Ganga is so wide, it looks like an ocean. At the merging point, where the Ganga merges with the sea, you cannot see the other shore of the Ganga. It is so wide. So, at Ganga Sagar, we can say it is Jalamayam. It is Jalamayam. Jalamayam. It means what? Abundance of water, plenty of water. Jalamayam is only Jalam. But when you say Annamaya, it is not that in physical body there is physical body is abundant in food. Understand? It is not Prachurya. It cannot be Prachurya. Therefore, it is Vikararte. Modification of food is Annamaya. The food, what we consume, is modified in the form of a physical body. Therefore, it is Vikararte Mayat. Here the Pratyaya Mayat is used in the sense of Vikara. Vikararte Mayat. Modification. This physical body, Annamaya, it is a kosha. And it is mistaken for myself, the Atma. And because of that, I miss the Atma. This Annamaya, this physical body, it offers itself as a locus for committing the mistake of taking Anatma for Atma. I take myself to the body and I say, I am a Brahmana, I am fair, I am tall, I am fat, I am walking, I am teaching, I am listening, and so on. It clearly reveals the mistake of taking Anatma for Atma. This Annamaya Kosha is Stula Shariram. This Annamaya Kosha is Stula Shariram. Then the Sukshma Shariram is divided into three koshas. Sukshma Shariram is divided into three koshas. That is Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, and Vijnanamaya Kosha. The same three bodies are divided into five koshas. Stula Shariram is Annamaya Kosha. Now Sukshma Shariram is divided into the three koshas. Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha and Vijnanamaya Kosha. At every level of Kosha, we commit a mistake of taking Anatma for Atma, and it is a very costly mistake. That is why samsara, we are in samsara. We will take up Pranamaya Kosha first. Though everything, all the Kosha will be discussed in detail later, just we will have a brief introduction to what are they. Now, when you say, I am hungry, I am thirsty, I am healthy, I am not healthy. So all these conclusions, it is all based at the level of prana. Prana is responsible for the entire physiological activities. Prana. Or all the physiological activities like breathing, digesting, assimilating, they are all attributed to prana in the body, in the Sthula Sharira. What happens in the sleep is, in the sleep, all the activities of prana, it continues, it goes on. Prana never stops. It doesn't stop. Prana stops means we know what will happen. Even in sleep, all the activities of prana continues. That is why, in spite of sleep or work, the breathing activity, the digesting activity, all the activities, it goes on, it continues. Now, when one takes a prana for the Atma, then it becomes a kosha. It becomes a kosha, pranamaya kosha. Mistaking prana for Atma. Atma doesn't have hunger or thirst, but it is mistaken for one which is subject to hunger and thirst. Sickness and the death of the body is taken to be the sickness and death of the Atma. Therefore, so Pranamaya Kosha becomes a kosha. Pranamaya Kosha is also Prana Vikara. It is Prana Vikara. Then Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is Mano Vikaratvat Manomaya Kosha. Mano Vikaratvat Manomaya Kosha. That is, which is the modification of the mind, manas. We know our mind is not always the same. It goes on changing. Its svarupam is chanchalam. Its nature is to change always. Koshavat achadakatvat kosha. It is also a kosha, because any condition in your mind, it becomes your condition. You take the condition of mind to be your condition. And therefore, you say, if the mind is restless, you say, I am restless. If the mind is angry, I am angry. We say, if there is sadness in the mind, we say, I am sad. So whatever is the condition of mind, it becomes my condition. And this I is there in every thought. I is there in every thought of the mind. And that this I is not known. So what happens is, now there is a confusion between the mind and the Atma. There is a confusion between the mind and the Atma. Therefore, it becomes a kosha. Koshavat achadakatvat. As though like a kosha, it covers the Atma. Therefore, it is a manomaya kosha. Then comes Vijnanamaya Kosha. Then comes the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha is this kartrutvam. That kartrutvam. I am the doer. That kartrutvam is Vijnanamaya Kosha. The doer, the karta, undergoes a lot of changes. Undergoes the changes according to the actions, according to changes in the actions he does. I walk, I eat, I sleep, I speak, I teach, I read, I run. So all this with karta, but the actions are different. But I is it is the action is attributed to the I, the Atma. So the Kartrutvam is Vijnanamaya Kosha. The Vijnana is Agam Karta iti Vritti. That Vritti, the thought, I am the doer. That thought is Vijnana. Vijnana Vikaratvat Vijnanamaya Kosha. Koshavat Achadakatvat Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnana Vikaratvat Koshavat Achadakatvat Vijnanamaya Kosha. That is, Atma is taken to be Karta. Atma is taken to be the doer of actions. Atma is not Karta. Atma is all pervasive, it is infinite. How can Atma be Karta? Where can Atma move? Atma cannot move. Because Atma being everywhere, how can it move from one place to another place? There is no displacement for Atma. So Atma is not Karta. Atma is purely Sakshi. That is in the form of awareness. Atma is present in all the actions. It is present. It doesn't perform any action. It is only a Sakshi Rupena Vartate. In fact, in the presence of Atma only all the activities take place. But what happens? Atma is taken to be the Karta. Atma is taken to be the doer. That is a mistake. That is, in fact, that is the original mistake. Once the Atma is taken as Karta, then the Atma is subject to Karma Palam. Karta is there. Karta does karma. So karma will invite Karma Palam. So once Karta is there, Karma Palam comes. When Karma Palam comes, then what happens? Then I become a Bhokta. You see how Karta leads to Bhokta. So as a Bhokta, Atma enjoys various forms of Sukham. That is the Bhoktrutvam here. The various forms of Sukham, what you experience. What you experience. There are also modifications. The various forms of Sukham, that is also modification only. So now the Kartrutvam, Agam Karta, that Vijnana, that is the Koshavatta Achadakatva. As though like a cover, as though like a Kosha, it covers the Atma, and that is the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Now, because Atma is taken to be a Karta, now Atma has become a Bhokta. It has to enjoy. Because Karma Palam is there, therefore it has to enjoy the Karma Palam. And now the various forms of Sukha, what the Karta experiences, that is also, there are also modifications only. Suppose if you get a news that that the person who you want to meet is coming. Suppose your son is coming from a foreign country. The news of your son coming from a foreign country itself, it makes you be happy. Give you some sukham. That modification of sukham, that modification is called priyaha. That modification is called priyaha. Now the date of arrival of your son has come. Now you go to the airport to receive him. So when you see him at the airport from a distance, that makes you more happy. And that happiness is called modaha. It is modaha. Now when the son comes and stays with you, then what happens? Then you feel that as though that the desired object has become one with you, and that sukham is pramodaha. So there are various degrees of happiness. Moda priyaha, modaha, pramodaha. Atma being a karta, therefore it is a bhokta. As a bhokta, it enjoys various forms of sukham, and the sukham is also of these various degrees. Priyaha, modaha, pramodaha iti. All the various degrees of happiness or modifications of this experiential Sukham, Ananda only. But here, the Ananda is not complete. It's not complete Ananda. Any experiential Ananda is not a complete Ananda. Because there is always a sense of lack in this Ananda. It is common that we hear from people saying that I am happy with my job, but they drag. I am very happy with my house, but there is always a drag is there. Therefore, this Ananda is always inhibited Ananda. This Ananda is not complete. It is not Purna. And there are inhibiting factors. And that Nitya inhibiting factors which condition the Ananda as though that is your own nature, one's own nature. This experiential Ananda, which is of various degrees, is mistaken to be the Swarupa Atma. Koshavat Achadakatva Anandamaya Kosha. That is the fifth Kosha. Because of this inhibiting factors, Ananda is not complete. Because once you are Sukham, Dukkham is also there. That is, we are always tossed up between Sukham and Dukkham. Sometimes, many times we are Dukhi and sometimes we are Sukhi. So Sukham, Dukkham comes and goes. And therefore, there are that factors inhibiting that Sukham, that Ananda is there. But we experience Ananda also. And the Ananda of various degrees, which is nothing but the modifications, Vikara. Therefore, this is what is called Anandamaya Kosha. That is, that Ananda is taken, that the Ananda is taken to be the Bhokta, that is Atma. Ananda Vikaratvat, Koshavat Achadakatvat, Koshaha, Anandamaya Koshaha. Atma is mistaken to be the Bhokta. So when you go through the experience of Dukkham, this is important. When you go through the experience of Dukkham, that is a part of Manomaya, that is modification of the mind. In the experience of Dukkham, there are divisions. There is a division. Me and the world. The subject of object division comes. Whereas in Ananda, which is the Swarupam of Atma, you become closer to Atma as though you become closer to Atma. Really speaking, you are not away from Atma, since Atma being you. And the Swarupam of Atma is Ananda. But the Ananda of this various degrees, what we experience, that is not the, that Ananda, it takes us closer to Atma as though. Therefore, it is like a kosha. In that moment of happiness, there is an identification or oneness with myself. I become one in the experience of Ananda. I become one with the object of Ananda. There are no divisions between me and the world. That is, the subject-object division disappears at that moment. So, that is the Anandamaya Kosha. That is also a Kosha. Okay. Now, this Atma is different from all the five koshas. Panchakosha Atitaha Vitiriktaha is different from the five koshas as it is different from the three sharirams. The same three shariram is looked upon as five kosha. Yes, Stula Sharira, Annamaya Kosha, Sukshma Sharira, the three koshas are the Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, and the last one is Karana Sharira, and that is connected to, that is the Anandamaya Kosha. If you experience Dukkham, the Dukkham that becomes a part of the Manomaya Kosha. If you experience Sukham, there is no absolute Sukham. That is why I said there is no Purna Ananda. Whatever Ananda you experience of various degrees, it is all attributed to Anandamaya Kosha. And there the Atma is considered to be the Bhokta of Ananda. Therefore, Koshavat Achadakatvat, and that is Anandamaya Kosha. Okay. The koshas are nothing but they are all matter only. They are all bundles of matter. These 5 koshas will be discussed in detail later. The author himself will take up each kosha and he is going to define what each koshas are there. Now I am just giving you a brief introduction of what it is. Then the author refers to Avastatraya Sakshi. Avastatraya Sakshi. Sakshi means witness. Sakshi means witness or the observer who observes. Therefore, is different from the Avastatrayam, the 3 states of experience. Here again, the author, he doesn't enumerate the 3 states, which he will do later. So we need to understand that the 3 states is referring to Jagrat Avastha, that is one state. Jagrat Avastha, that is the waking stage of experience. Jagrat Avastha. Second one, Swapna Avastha, the dream state of experience. And the third one is Sushupti Avastha, that is deep sleep state of experience or dreamless sleep. Sushupti Avastha is dreamless sleep or deep sleep state. These are the 3 states of experience called Avastha Trayam. All the 3 states of experience are experienced by the different sharirams, Anatma. Atma is there. Atma is Avastatraya Sakshi, Atma. He is a witness or the observer of the 3 states of experience, and therefore he is different from all these 3. So all our experiences can be covered under the 3 states: waking experiences, dream experiences, and sleep experiences. All the 3 states are common to all the people. And Atma is Sakshi. Atma is a witness of all the 3 states of experiences. When you say you are a Sakshi, witness of something, it means you very clearly know that the witness must be different. Vyatiriktaha. Vyatiriktaha from what is witnessed, from what is observed. If I am the witness of all of you, I am certainly different from all of you. Witness. Therefore, the Sakshi indicates that Sakshi is not involved. When the Atma is there, then the seeing, hearing, thinking, everything takes place in the waking state. Seer, hearer, thinker, they're all there. When the Atma, the consciousness is there, they're all there. So too, there is no dream experience without Atma. There is no sleep experience without Atma. Atma is invariably present in all the 3 avastha. If I am the waker as well as the dreamer and the sleeper, if the Atma, is a waker, is a dreamer as well as a sleeper, because I am present in all the 3 states of experience, and I have to be different from all the 3. If waker is the nature of Atma, that Atma, I, can never become a dreamer or a sleeper. Since I am all the 3, I should be different from all the 3. Aham Vitiriktaha. All the 3 should be Nitya, and I am the Satyam. I can be without any experiences, without being a waker, without being a dreamer, without being a sleeper, without being any that ER. ER is waker, dreamer, sleeper, that ER. That is the ER. It is exactly like I told in the last class, the actor who is free from the roles he plays is an actor. An actor A, he plays the role of a beggar, B, in a drama. And A, the actor A is so identified with the role, beggar role, B, people who watched him took him to be a real beggar. But the same actor A, when he comes back to the green room, is not a beggar, B. So during the play, the beggar B was actor A. B was A. But the actor A can never be B. Even when playing the role of a beggar, B, A was there. A, the actor was there. A is present now and A will be later also. Therefore, B, the beggar is actor. Actor is not the beggar. B is A is not the B. That is, even in performing the role of a beggar, the actor was there. Therefore, A The Atma is the Sakshi, is a witness, is present in all the three states of experience and is different, is Vitiriktaha from all the three. That is the Tattvarya. So, by the word Avastatraya Sakshi, the author he wants to convey the idea that Atma, the consciousness, is different from all the three states of experiences. These states of experiences belong only to the body. These states of experiences are the properties of the body, not of the consciousness, Atma. Atma, the consciousness, is different from all the bodies, as well as the properties of the body. In fact, the properties belong to each state of experiences. So, it cannot belong to Atma. So, Sharirebhyaha, Sharira Dharmebhyaha Vyatirittaha Atma. So, having said all this, the author still has to answer the student's question, important question, Atma Kaha. So far he has stated what is not Atma. What is Anatma he has answered, but he has not explained what is the nature of Atma. That the author answers. He refers to Atma as Satchidananda Rupaha Atma. Satchidananda Rupa Sun. Sun means being. B-E-I-N-G, being, sun being. Satchidananda Rupaha, Satchidananda Swarupaha. Swarupaha means one's own nature, one's intrinsic, one's inherent nature. And this inherent nature, the Swarupa is Sat, Chit and Anandaha. Sat, Chit and Anandaha. Yaha Tishtati Saha Atma. Abides in whom or in whom they inherit Saha Atma, that is called Atma. So, the Atma is different from all the 11 components which we saw now, which are all Anatma only, and Atma is the nature of Satchidanandaha. Now, even though the author has answered the student's question, but the Satchidananda Swarupaha, it has to be explained. It is a positive definition of the Atma. That also author will take up later, and he will explain what is Sat, what is Chit, what is Ananda. Now, if Atma is distinct from Shariratrayam, Panchakosham or Avastatrayam, then what is that consciousness? What is its nature? What is its Swarupam? Yes, what is it in reality itself? Atma is of the nature of Sat, Chit and Anandaha. What is Sat? What is Chit? What is Anandaha? That every word author will take up and discuss. These three minimum words are required to understand the nature of Atma. Sat means pure existence. Sat. Sat is existence. Chit is consciousness. Sat existence. Chit consciousness. Anandaha. Anandaha is happiness or fullness or completeness. Anandaha is not of the Ananda of the various varying degrees, what we saw now. Here the Anandaha is Avam Purnaha iti. That Purnatvam is Ananda. That completeness, that fullness is Anandaha. So, Sat is existence, Chitta is consciousness, Ananda is fullness or the completeness. Now, what is Sat, what is Chitta? I have given only the meaning of the word. But we will take up each word and explore in detail when that discussion comes later. So with this, we will stop today. We will continue our discussion in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Any doubt?